grew up in Jamaica. I became a medical doctor while living there. And soon after that, became an entrepreneur right after medical school, pretty much distributing automobiles. My wife and I focused on that. We did that for 16 years. Then we did some real estate investments in the United States. So we were living in Jamaica, moved to Florida, USA, did some real estate investments. The real estate mortgage crisis hit us really hard. We fell into a financial valley by 2009. 2010, we got into network marketing, got ourselves back on our feet. We've been in network marketing now for 13 years. The last 3 years, we've gotten into a network marketing business that involves trading of the financial markets. That made a huge, open up a huge door of opportunity for not just us, but many people as well. That aspect, I believe, when we look at the various ways we can make money, you can make money, through your education on a personal level, doctor, lawyer, engineer, bus driver, technician, many ways to make money that way. And then you could start businesses, whether you're distributing poultry or maybe you are importing products and services and distributing them in your country, and you build a business around it. And you can make a lot of money that way as well by employing a group of people. They're working along with you on your vision, and you share the revenues. And then the third way in which I've found to be very beneficial is building a network marketing business. It requires very low capital, and you can build large organizations, usually spread across multiple countries. And in that way, you can end up earning money based on the productivity of the group of people that you've invited to join whatever business that you are doing on a network marketing level. And then fourth is now trading the financial markets. I believe it's the supreme way to make money, simply because it does not require you having to deal with other people. All the other ways of generating money that I mentioned, you have to provide a product or service and deliver it to other people, and then they pay you and make money in a direct sense. In trading the financial markets, it's just really, you're still dealing with somebody on the other end, but you do not know who they are. The market is so large that we deal with $7 trillion with a T, somebody type trillion with a T in the chat, that you're literally able to participate in and make a ton of money. All right. So welcome to this conversation. So I started off as an affiliate, Tony Godfather, started off as an affiliate to market Xtreamfx Global Academy to people. And later on, our company has added health and wellness products. And we now also have added a travel portal where you can get wholesale prices up to 80% on hotels, on rental cars, on cruises, and so forth. So let's look at the affiliate side. The affiliate side is where it's a very simple to join process. You pay a small fee, a little over $100. Today you can pay $168. We have different packages available, $249. We have different packages available that you can get. And then when you do that, like, right, $500 a month, $1,000 a month, like Jobina, or $2,000 a month, like Bridget, myself. We have earned as $5,000. I've earned as $5,000 in a month in this compensation plan already. And I've seen two or three people earn $100,000 a month using this compensation plan on the screen. And one lady did $200,000 a month in this compensation plan. And that happened during 2020, during the lockdown. So we already know that the compensation plan on the affiliate side can earn us a lot of money. So what is it that we market to people? What we market to people is our academy. And we've now added to our academy health and wellness products, and we've also added to our academy travel, right, as another platform. So first and foremost, like some of our students have done on record, documented, we have 2 students that have earned over $1 million using their education. We have students that have earned over hundreds of thousands, and we have many students who have earned tens of thousands already. Do we have students that have not earned anything? Absolutely. So it's not that every student is succeeding, but I don't believe there's a university in the world or a school in the world where every student graduated from that school. So yes, there's going to be a level of a failure rate. Now, we also have offer Nadex binary options and Xtreamfx safe to trade product, which I'll dive into. All right, so if you want to join our academy and get the education, you pay either $89 a month, $99 a month, or you could pay $159 a month. And these are different levels that you could make payments and get into our education program. And then once in with us, we recommend after you've got your foundation or while you're getting your foundation, you buy the safety trade technology, right? While you're also getting your education billing yourself an organization if you're not at the affiliate level. So this, you pay a one-time fee per year. This is a once a year fee of $599. It's very cheap. It's $50 a month. And then the first month is going to include what's called a signal scanner that sends you messages on what to trade. So the first month is included in your enrollment for the product. The second month you'll pay $75 a month to keep the scanner going if you want to make sure that you're receiving messages each day on what you could potentially trade. So let's just dive in. So Tony, let's look at this website briefly. Tony Godfather, you mentioned that you have traded before, right? So Tony, on the website, are you familiar with that website?
TradingView.
Awesome. The first time you saw it, how did you feel the first time you saw this website?
Basically, they got a lot of different financial peers where you can see people have done their mock-ups or trades or how the expectations of maybe, how they've read a chart so far, maybe to predict the future of, the market or whatever. So a lot of the time, maybe some of the peers that I use, you can click on the trading view website to see it on different time frames.
Okay, I got you. And what currency pair or what asset do you trade?
Mostly crypto at present, but I used to do forex.
You used to do what?
I used to do forex, but I'm mostly into crypto pairs at the moment. BT.
I understand. So which we're going to look at crypto as well because the system does allow us to do that. So we could trade cryptos, we could trade forex pairs, we could trade indices, we could trade energy, metals. We have the opportunity to do all of that. All right, so just for the purposes of our conversation, we're going to look at, let's say BTC USD. Is that something that you play around with?
Yeah.
All right. So do you use TradingView to mark it up?
Not at present.
All right. Okay. All right. So I got that. All right. So let's look at, this is TradingView. Here's the thing. If you buy the safety trade technology, you're going to have your MetaTrader 4. Are you familiar with MetaTrader 4?
Yeah.
All right. So MetaTrader 4 can be downloaded on our laptops or computers, right? And here we have it on our, we have MetaTrader 4 right now on my computer. And anybody here, you can have MetaTrader 4 downloaded. It's a free app. You don't have to pay any money to access MetaTrader 4. You could download it for free. All right. So anybody here can have access to MetaTrader 4. It's a beautiful app, really amazing app, and you could have access to it for free. All right. Now, when you've bought the safety trade technology, Tony, it converts your MetaTrader 4 from looking like this on TradingView, because MetaTrader 4 generally looks like this, and you're not going to have a color-coded system like this, right? Now, you mentioned cryptocurrencies, but before I get to cryptocurrencies, for those that are new, I see we have a Sarah here. Sarah, hi, how are you? Maybe this is your first time, I think, that you've joined us when I'm scanning through the names that are here. But Sarah, if this is the first time you've been here with us, you could put in the chat or come off mute if you can and let us know if this is the first time you've joined us or not, right? If you can unmute and let me know so that I could include you in our conversation like Tony and I are here doing on behalf of everyone. Yes, it's your first time. Have you ever traded before, Sarah? Or is this your first, have you ever done any trading before on your own? Or you're new to the trading space? You could put yes or no. If you can unmute, that would be even better, right? So you, Tony, and I could talk about this. No. All right. So you've never new to trading. All right. Awesome. All right. So if you could unmute Sarah and be a part of the conversation with us, that would be great. Because even someone who has never traded before can use our system, right? Even if you have never traded before. That's how powerful the system is. There are levels that are intermediate and advanced levels to the system, but the basic system, a beginner trader can learn how to use it, practice, and make money using the system, right? Okay, so you're currently at work, you're unable to unmute. All right, that's fine. All right. So here it is, right, Tony? And just from the beginning level. So on the screen, let me go ahead and before I find the BTC stuff. On the left panel here, where these numbers are, we right click in this box, Sarah, new to trading. So after you've downloaded this on your laptop, you pretty much right click this box, click the word symbols, and this box, this white box with these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, these 8 little green things here, right? All of this totals up to about $7 trillion per day in transaction on average. So on average, about $7 trillion per day is available through this little white box with these green dots in here, right? Okay. All right. So Tony, you said that you no longer trade FX, the Forex, right? Which are the currency pairs.
I haven't done for a while.
You haven't done for a while.
I have an account with those people there. Say Hugo's Way.
Oh, Hugo's Way. All right. So Hugo's Way is what I'm on live here. And a number of us have Hugo's Way accounts, but any broker can work with the safety trade system in terms of trading. But we use Hugo's Way and EagleFX to set it up on the laptop, right? We use those two brokers to set it up on the laptop, but you're free to trade with any broker. And then we also have, we won't talk about exotics, but indices, right? So have you ever traded like NAS 100, US 30, S&P 500?
Yeah.
Have you ever traded any of those?
Yeah.
Great. So those are also available here as well. And then we have energy like oil, UK oil, US oil, metals like silver, gold, platinum. Sarah, you could trade these assets from your laptop and literally trade cryptos. You mentioned cryptos. So look at the number of crypto pairs. You see we have a load of crypto pairs that the system allows you to analyze and take trades on, right? Okay. And then we also have stocks. So for example, those people who like trading Bank of America, Citibank, Amazon, Facebook, Google, Yahoo, our system also gives us trades on those as well, all right? So this box here is $7 trillion of assets that are traded globally. Now to access those, it's pretty easy. So let's put BTC on here, BTC USD. I'm gonna put it on here. What time frame do you trade it on, Tony?
Different. Sometimes end up there, a whole day, or sometimes half an hour. It just depends.
Okay. Do you ever trade a 1 minute or the 5 minute time frames? Do you ever scalp it?
Yes. Yes.
All right. Great. Great. All right. So on BTC USD, on the left hand side, we have the 5 minute chart, right? And on the right hand side, we have the 1 minute chart. Okay. On the 1 minute chart.
You get an indicator that's green to tell you when to trade that trade there.
So I'm going to tell you the 4 things you need to look for. And then with these 4 things in place, that's what tells you when you should trade, right? Like right now on this one, there's a buy trade here. So this blue line will represent my entry, and the top line is going to represent maybe my profit line, maybe a little bit short, tighter than that for beginners. So for beginners, that would be your spread. Now, beginners, your risk to reward ratio is usually a little wider. So this would be your stop loss down here. So that if it comes up and touches this line and turns back, this would be where it would stop your loss if it went in opposite direction. But if it comes up and touches this line and touches the second one, you'd have made profit in between these 2 lines, right? So let's just leave that there for the time being. Now, what is this trade that I am seeing on the system? It's called a buy stop, all right? It's called a buy stop. And I'm going to explain to you how our system gives us that data so we know we can go ahead and put in a buy trade, right? And this is on a 1 minute chart. Now, there are 4 things that you need to look for to know if you should take a buy or a sell. So on the 1 minute chart, right, down here, maybe about an hour ago or so, right, down here, do you see this red and green? Obviously, you know these are candlesticks, right? But for new people, these are candlesticks. And do you agree with me, Tony, that it's below this green line that's running through the screen? Do you see this green wavy line running through the screen? Do you agree with me that the candles are below this green line at this point, right here where my mouse is? Yes or no?
Yes. Can you hear
me? Yes. Yes, I just heard you. You said yes, right? You
Yes,
said yes, right?
yes,
Okay, dude, great. Do you see this green arrow popping up on the screen here at the end?
yes,
Do you see this green arrow popping up?
yeah,
All right, so the first two things that we look for is one, the price is below the red line. Two, green line, sorry, this green line, could be green or red, but the price was below. And then the green arrow came on the screen, which means it says that a safety trade is forming. So once that happens, we need to wait for the third thing to happen, where everything here turns green, right? Is everything down here green? Is everything down here green? One, two, three, four, five. They are indicators. These are our indicators in the safety trade system. Are they all green, Tony?
yes,
All right, so three things have been met. One, the price was below the green line. Two, the green arrow popped up. Three, everything turned green. And then we're waiting for the fourth thing to happen to give us a safe point of entry. It doesn't mean that we don't have entries going up here, but that's for intermediate level and advanced level. What we're waiting on for a safe trade. We're looking for the safest trade possible to know that we're going to be able to win the trade. Because if you jump into the trade here and it goes back up and it turns around on you, you would lose money, right? So you do not want that to happen. So we wait for what's called a retest, or we wait for the fake out where the market looks like it's selling, but it's really not going to sell. It's really just pushing down to go back up. Now, how do we identify that? One, two, three, four. When the fourth one turns red and the others stay green, that gives us a safe trade. Now, Tony, do you see this blob of red on here?
yeah,
So when this happens, we come into this box, you right click, we click trading, we click new order, and then we can go ahead and put in what's called a buy stop by clicking pending order, right? Clicking pending order, and then clicking what's called a buy stop. And then we'll shift these numbers around, and then we'll, put in the order just above here. So let me just delete this, delete this one, and I won't delete it yet, right? But it's actually pushing up. It started to push up, right? So I'm about to delete it. So once this happens, right, this bottom line represents our entry. So right now, the price, this little dot is right below the entry, right? So if it pushes up and goes above this line, which it has now done, that's a winning trade already. So the difference between the bottom here and the top is what I've made in profit. Can you see the green candle pushing up to my second line now, Tony? Do you see that?
yes. Well,
Right. Have I won this trade, Tony?
where they can go, of course, I see it.
Of course I did. Right. So how did the system tell us that? First thing on the left-hand side, right? On the left-hand side, what on the left-hand side of this panel here, right? The candles were below the line. That's the first thing to look for. Yes?
Yes,
Yes, Tony?
yes.
You agree, right? Are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you now. You're cut out for a minute there.
Yes,
But the candles were below the green line. Do we agree on that?
yes. Is that like the moving average?
Yes, correct. It's a moving average. I call it the green line, green wavy line, but it's a moving average. So the correct name is the safety trade system moving average. All right, but let's call it just moving average for simplicity. So do you agree that the price was below the moving average down here?
Yes,
Do you see the green arrow? The second thing was the green arrow came on the screen. Yes.
yes.
The third thing that everything here turned green. Agreed?
Uh-huh.
Then we waited for the fake out, right? The developer calls this indicator the base indicator, because this down move, it's not really a down move. It's just what will fake out people to believe the market is going down. A lot of traders here will jump in for a sell, thinking the market is going down, and the market reverses and it knocks their stop loss, right? But we know based on the safety trade system that this is a buy. So when it came here, when I came on the screen and I saw green, 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 red, green, I already knew this was a buy stop. And that's why I put these lines in. Remember when I put the line in, I said, this should be our entry, this should be our profit, and this should be our stop loss, right?
Can you explain why you put it there?
All right, so the system, when you get training on the system, you'll be trained to put it about half an inch to a quarter inch above this line. This trade, the moving average, right? You get training on that. Another thing too that we looked on to confirm this trade to make sure that we want to go into it is that on the 5-minute chart, the pullback came close to the moving average, or best if you touched it, but this is close enough to the moving average on the 5-minute, which is on the left. So that gives you a perfect safety trade. So this gives a trade that's 99% chance of winning, right? 99% chance of winning when this setup is here. So let's look now back historically, because we understand now that this was a buy stop, right? And we saw this trade win live. Did we see that win live, Tony? Did you see that win live in front of everybody, right? We saw that with our eyes, right, Tony?
Is it a real trade or a dummy trade?
Well, it's a real trade. It's just that I didn't put it through. But
Oh,
in terms of entry and exit, it was, whether I put the trade in actively live or the trade was in. The reality is that the trade that I called won.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I saw that.
All right, so you saw it. All right, so everybody here saw it. All right, so this is a live 1 minute trade on BTC USD. That the system, based on how the system is designed, once we see this pattern on the four things, the price was below the green arrow, everything turned green, then one turned red, everything else stayed green. The 5 minute was also green. Then that's a safe trade, and you saw the trade. So let's go back historically and look at that pattern setup, and let's see if it happens every time. Do you see another? Do you see the green, 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 red, green right here?
Sorry.
Do you see that
Yes.
setup again? This was earlier on today. Do you see that?
Mhm.
Are you there, Tony?
Yes. Sorry, I don't know why you're not hearing me. Yes, I saw it.
Maybe it's just network. So if I put an entry here, right, and I went for a profit here, and then my stop loss is going to be somewhere down here, okay? That seems like this is the reversal, right? Would I have won that trade? Or this was the reversal, not this one. All right, would I have won that trade, Tony? Would I have won that trade?
Yeah.
Yes, right. So this is another example of it. Now, the system is what uses the colors to tell us where the trade is. Where is a safe trade, right? Let's look back. Let's go again to see if we see another setup on the 1 minute chart. Do you see that little speck of red right here? Just this little speck of red?
Yeah, one.
Yes. Did the market go up after that?
Yeah.
Yes, right? So every time we see that setup, this one is called a dirty one because this block broke, the green block broke, and you don't want it, you beginners should not do those. This is an intermediate level trade, but there's a way to confirm this trade and still take it and make money. All right. Here it is again. But let's look for the sells now. Let's see if we got any sells on BTC USD. Right. Not seeing the setup on the sell yet, but let's go back a little further to see if we saw if some happened before. This was Saturday. I'm looking through Saturday, running through. Okay, here we are. Here are some. Here are some cells. Okay, 20. Here are some cells. Do you see where instead of it beginning below the line, it began above the line, right? Okay, so the price was above the line up here. The red arrow came on the screen. It went down, and then it pulled back up above the moving average, and then created this pattern. Instead of it being green with one red, it's now 5 red and a green. Do you see that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you see that, Tony?
Yeah.
Right. So if we went for a sell stop below here, below the moving average, right, and went for 1 to 3 pips again, and then we put our stop loss above this reversal, would you have won that trade, Tony?
Yeah.
Yes, right. And then if we came down to this one, right, this one when it happened again, and then we put our entry just below the line, we went for another 1 to 3 pips. Let's move this down to here, and then we'll put our stop loss above the reversal again up here, right? Would you have won that trade again, Tony? Would you have won that trade again?
Yeah, I see it on the chart.
Yes, you could see that going down again. So there are 3 of them. One, this you saw when it went back up, came back down. Over here, it went back up here, came back down, went again up here and came back down again. These are sells. So when that's a sell trade, here's another one. Red, 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 green, red. It went up to here, came back down, you won the trade. Right? So it came all the way down to here. Now, this system is amazing. Even when the news is affecting BTC and so forth, you're going to see the wins and the sells and the buys. Now, this is on the 1 minute chart. Let's go up to a higher time frame. Let's put on the left our 4 hour and then put the 1 hour chart on the right, Let's do that. So 4 hour and 1 hour. Does it do the same thing with 4 hour and 1 hour time frames? And let's go back here. Here's a sell. You could see it red, 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 green, red. Do you see that, Tony, right here?
Yeah.
Do you see that
Yeah.
on the 1 hour chart? Because each of these candles is now 1 hour long, right? 1 hour, it takes 1 hour to form each of these candles. So do you see this pattern right here? Red, 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 green, red, right here, Tony. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Do you see that after this happened, the market looked like it was going up? 1 hour green candle, green candle, green candle, looked like it was now ready to buy, but it turned around and sold. Do you see that? And this was a nice big sell coming down.
I see.
Right. And then here, let's go back to these are 1 hours, right? You know, if we drop down to 30 minute, we probably will see a bunch of them on the 30 minute, right? See, here's one nice one on the 30 minute, right? Green, red, 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 green, red. You see that? It went up here, okay, and it came back down and it created a nice big sell. Can you see that? Can you see that, right? All these cells going down, right? And then if here we went to the 15-minute chart, okay, and we went to see it pops up even some really great ones on the 15 minutes. If I drop to the 5-minute, that's where we would have caught this big move, right? This really big move right here somewhere. We're gonna see where this is where that big move began, right up here. And we would have our 1-minute chart would have had this on it, where you know that this is beginning to sell down. And then here's where it dropped off really greatly. But these gaps here, you know, that's for intermediate level people. But just to show you that the system is calling them out. See, when it came back up on it turned red on the 5-minute chart, right? It sold back down, was a win, right? Then the box changed to green. And when that happens, you'd have to go to a higher time frame to find a sell at that point, right? And then if we go, it went all the way up to the 30 minutes before we caught that sell. See, red, 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 green, red. When it went up all the way up here and it created a 30-minute sell, and you could see that it sold off really nicely, right? For those who have a system to have caught that. So the system predicts where the market is going with a 99% rate of accuracy. It does. And if we go back to that buy that we were enjoying on the 1-minute time frame, see, a nice little win, right? Green, 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 red, green. And on the 5-minute chart, go back down here to the 5-minute chart on BTC USD. Just a beautiful system that gives you the opportunity to make those type of trades, right? And you know, for those who like to understand the value of top-down analysis, you start out with your 4-hour and look at what's going on there, or you can start out with your daily to look at what's going on there. You could see that there's a daily sell going on, red, 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 green, red. It started quite a while. It sold down some, maybe it will sell down some more. You go to the 4-hour chart, you can see that's not fully developed in terms of which direction it's going to go. Go to the 1-hour chart, it's starting to buy up, right? So there's a possible reversal happening where it's going to buy instead of sell. But the system gives you that data. No, it doesn't matter whether you're trading BTC USD or you're trading NAS 100, you're trading GBP USD, you're trading USD JPY. It doesn't matter. The system is going to give you the data to let you know if the asset is going to go up or down. And the only thing that will then determine what you prefer is based on how your broker that you're using and the fees that they charge and the spread and the particular time of day that will influence the value of an asset, right? And where most of the volatility and most of the action is going to go on. So right here on a Sunday evening or Sunday night, for some of you, depending on where you are, we saw the BTC trade win, all right? Tony, in the UK, you saw that. And that's the power of the system. So it will give you a leg up on your crypto assets that you trade. But also you can come back now and start to look at, you know, man, I need to go and mess with some NAS 100, right? Look at this nice sell trade here, red, 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 green, red, right? You see, every time you see the pattern, right? Whether you're seeing it for a sell or you're seeing it for a buy, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, right? Whether it's going to be green, 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 red, green, you can get a buy, or you want to wait. Look at this one. Look at this one, Tony. Do you see this one? Right? Let me go to a higher time. This is what time frame is this one? 1 minute. Let's go to the 5 minute. Look at this beautiful thing here. Look at this beautiful trade. Where was it? Which time frame was that? Where did it? It was on the 1 minute. That was just a sweet run up. It happened. It happened on Friday. Yeah. Right? This one right here. It's a dirty trade, but it happened nonetheless. Right? You could see it. Green, 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 red, green. It was right here. and then it turned red before the run up. But there's a huge run up on that on Friday, right? For those who caught that trade, and then it went into a sell off, a little buyback, sell off, a little buyback, and then some higher time frame sells kicked in, and then for the rest of the day, the market was selling, and so the system gives us the data that allows for us. We got this beautiful sell, right? If I change this, I remember this one. This one was on the 15-minute time frame. This sell on Friday. So if we go to the 15-minute time frame, you see that. Could you see that, Tony?
Yeah.
Red, 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 green, red. Could you see that?
No.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right. So let's count the pips now. Let's count the points. So from here to here, let's say here where the reversal happened. You wouldn't wait for this big reversal to come upon you. All right, but let's say here, 164, 165 points. Right? From here, on the 15 minutes, come a little closer to the line, right? With the trade line, but on here, 170. Let's say 170 points. You want 20 on this one trade, just one trade that the system gave us the information on. If you earn $1 per point, you win 170 points. You win $1 per point. How much money would you have made in this transaction?
$170.
If you earn $10 per point, how much would you have made? How much?
1,000 and something, 1,070.
1,700, right? If you're able to put in a trade with $100 per point, right, and you won 170 points on this, how much would you win?
10,700.
It's 17,000 actually.
Oh,
I was sharing a trade that one of the members in our community did last week. And I used it the trade was on here, so we were able to show the trade, but he earned $46,000 on a NAS 100 trade. I think it was 170 points that he won on a 1 hour trade. All right, this is a 15-minute call out, but the system calls out the 1 hours as well. So you have all of these 1 hour trades. Here was this 1 hour buy. We call it out. It didn't really kick in much, just only got a little bit out of it. And then the market seems to be reversing into a sell. All right, but here's a couple of 1 hour buys. Here's one, here's a gap, here's another gap, and a couple of these, and then there's a bunch of sells going on. So the market is kind of, I think, it's probably gonna, well, who knows? Just look at the call outs. Here's a 1 hour call out. Can you see this, Tony? Red, 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 green, red. Do you see this 1 hour sell stop? The system is calling out. Do you see that?
That's a nice one.
Huh?
A nice one there too.
Yeah, right. And how many points is this one? This is, because this one went nicely down, right? So you could be able to trail this down. This was, my God, 515. Let's say you got 500 points out of this 1 hour trade, and you earn $1 per point. Would that be a wonderful thing to you? Huh?
Good.
Of course. What if you want $10 per point? Let's say $3 per point. $3. Because to trade $3 per point, ladies and gentlemen, you only need about $200 or $300. Let's say $300 in your trading account. Better if you have 500 or 300. Your stop loss would have been above here. So you would have had to have at least, let's say, $100 at risk to take advantage of this trade, right? At least $100 you'd have had to have to risk it so that you put it in. $100 would be your stop loss on this trade, and if you're going to go for it, all right? And so if you had a $1,000 account and you risk 10% of your account, that's not too bad, right? To win 500 points. Now, if you won $1 per point, that would be $500, right, Tony? If you won $1 per point from here to here, it's 500 points. You'd have made how much?
Yeah.
Yes, US dollars. $1 per point from here to here is 500 points. From this blue line I have right here, this line right here, this blue line right here, down to here is 515. But let's say 500 points. If you want 500 points on this move, on this one move right here, okay? And you want $1 per point, how much money would you earn?
$500.
All right. So if you were able to do $3 per point, how much would you have earned from here to here?
3,000.
$3 times 500, right?
Oh, 15.
1,500, right? So that's called a 0.03, not even 0.3, 0.03 lot size on NAS 100 would make you $3 per point, right? So if you have an account that you could have afforded to put $100 at risk, right, to take this trade, you could literally take the trade. And then look at the outcome of these cells. Just look at all these cells. You see that there, some of them are not as big as that. Some of them are smaller. Like this one is a smaller move, right? But it's still, and then this cell up here continues all the way to down here. This is where the reversal already happened. So your stop profit, you would have been knocked out of the trade. This trade, some people who got that trade, got into that 1 hour sell trade on NAS, would have made at least 700 and something points on that trade. And this trade, by the way, let's start when it started, which that's a couple weeks ago. So the system calls these out, Tony. The system is, I call it the abundance system. Where in the world could you have a system that could give you a trade, accurate trade that's going to win? Okay, some of them are not as big as this one. Obviously, you've seen that, right? But some of them are. Here's some buys. Here's some buys. Look at this buy going up here, right? It was not called out on it. Drop the time frame from 1 hour to 30 minutes. Yeah, here it is call out on the 30 minute. Green, 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 red, green. Do you see that, Tony? Do you see that?
Okay.
Right. And then you see the market going up afterwards, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then if we drop it down to the 15 minute, did we get a call out on the 15 minute for that? Let's see. No, it wasn't clean. It wasn't that clean one. But on the 30-minute time frame, that's where the call out was nice and clean. It happened twice. We got it here, and then we got it here again. So you had two opportunities to make money from that. This rise came back down, and then this took off. Mm. Man, this system is just a blessing. Here's a sell, right? You could see the system is just perfect. All we have to do is just learn how to use it properly. Here's another one. This is what time frame around 30 minutes. If we go up to the 1 hour, you see it. This spike. When it went up, looks like it was going to start buying, but the system says no. Don't be fooled by it. The market is not going to buy like that. This is still a sell trade. And those of us who had the safety trade system would have been waiting for a sell, knowing that the system is showing us this. Here's a bunch of them lying one behind the other. Wow. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Each day you would have gotten an entry on the 1 hour time frame. So the system gives us trades on the smaller time frame, the higher time frames. In addition to that, we have the scanner. Now the safety trade system scanner, amazing. It's already calling out trades for us because the market is now live. AUD, NZD, just call out by the system. NZD, USD, and plus there are crypto peers and NZD, USD call out within the last 1 minute. So let's go look to see what NZD, USD is up to. We're gonna put NZD, USD here on the left, and on the right, we're gonna put the 5 minute on the left and the 1 minute on the right. That's what we're gonna do, right? And then we're gonna look to see what type of trade this is giving us. Now the market is just opening up. See this big gap here. So the market is just opening up, and here it's already showing us that we have a buy trade. Green, 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 red, green, right? So it came down below already, gave one push up already. So this was one that happened already, and it's getting ready to do a second one, right? So the market is still just opening up, so the volume is low. The brokers' fees are too high right now. You don't want to trade at the very beginning of the market. Brokers' fees are too high to trade right now. But when the market heats up some more in another 2 hours, that would be great for you to take some trades, right? But this one already won. See that, Tony? Can you see that in front of us? Okay, and your stop loss should have been down here. You see that, Tony? You see how powerful the system is? You see that trade win, right? You saw that, right? But it's just that the spread is not in my favor. The broker's fees, the difference between this blue line and the blue number and the red number is too wide right now. Yeah. At this time of the day, right? You need to wait until these two are like next to each other, and then that's a good time to put in the trade, right? The broker is going to collect too much money up front. But this is a winning trade, right, Tony?
Don't use this for binary options.
Some people do use it for that, and the developer, yes, he recommends that you could use it for that, definitely. I do not know how to do it, but yes, there are members who use it for pocket options, IQ options, as well. There are many people who are doing that, using the technology.
Yeah. It looks very good.
It is not just looks very good. It is very good. And, you know, I'm very grateful that the gentleman developed this. He developed it really for his sister, but it became a product, and now you and I have access to it. And many people in our community, where one guy has already turned 200,000 to 1.4 million in 7 months, Jeff Cochran. There's another gentleman in the UK, I can't remember his name right now. Phil has bought a Bentley. And there's another gentleman, Billy, who was homeless. He bought the technology and used it on a library computer in the evenings after work. His friend let him into the library after it was closed. And he's now no longer homeless. And he also has bought a car. So the system is amazing. We just simply need to, the biggest challenge I believe any of us are going to have is just proper money management, right? Do not over leverage. Make sure that you're using a stop loss when you're trading, being responsible with not putting in too many trades at the same time, not because the system is accurate. Some people still over leverage their accounts. So if a trade goes bad or a couple of trade goes in reverse, they end up over leveraging and causing themselves challenges. So without clerical errors, without us making mistakes as human beings, we're good to go. All right. And the system is giving us all these trades. So here's NZD CAD, another one that just called out, NZD Chef, Euro CAD on the 1 minute. Here's a 5-minute trade on Ethereum US dollar on a buy. Ethereum US dollar is a buy trade on Ethereum US dollar right now. So the system is giving us all of these different assets, stocks, cryptos, currency pairs, indices that the system is calling out for us. Gold, silver.
He gets his own to give you everything.
Yes, Melissa, I agree with you. The system is amazing. Right? So any questions? I'll give you first dibs on questions, Tony. Thank you for being so generous with your time and being willing to participate in this with me and helping others to understand the system as well. So any questions, Tony?
So this is independent of your money goes into the broker account and you just paid for the software and
that's right.
Affiliate marketing side of the business. So you couldn't get this without being an affiliate.
Well, you don't have to be an affiliate to get products. An affiliate. Your friend who invited you is an affiliate. So if you decide, you know what, I just want to be a student and get the product. So you could just enroll with one of the student packages, right? And the safety trade, and then just buy that and you're done. You do not have to tell anybody about the community and use it and make money. But we do recommend that you join as an affiliate and share it with other people, because if somebody didn't share it with you, then how would you know about it? And it's going to be a blessing to you if you use it. So, yeah. So, yes. So you could buy the product alone with the educational package, or you could buy the affiliate package and then buy the product. That's what we recommend. Well, it's up to you.
Okay.
You could choose, you can mix and match according to what you want to do. But we're recommending that you get the affiliate package plus the product. But you don't have to get the affiliate package. You get the student package plus the product.
What's the $249 for?
Affiliate level, the pro level, like the higher level affiliates that market trade, do different things in the company. We have different services available, different overrides, higher level bonuses for those who are pro members.
How long has this company been around?
We started January 2021. That's when we had our first launch. So we're almost 3 years. So we've gotten out of the startup phase now. We're very much well on our way. And when it comes to our affiliate bonuses, in the last almost 3 years, we have never missed a payment to our field members. Nobody in our company there's never been an instance where anyone was paid late. Everybody was paid on the very same day, every day for the last 2.5 years. Not one time we had a day delay. We've never been delayed a single day. And I've been in the community from the very beginning. So I can testify to that personally. Along with others, like Bridget is here. She's been here with me as well as.
I was just about to come off mute and say, oh yeah, for sure.
Right. So this has been a solid part of my income for the last 2.5 years, going into my third year, and it's going to get bigger, right? Because I am now trading. I trade now. I didn't know anything about trading before the extreme. And I know trade. I trade. When I get off of here, I'm telling you straight, right? Let me just shrink this down a bit, because I'm gonna make I personally, unabashedly, I'm gonna make over $1 million over this. So, there are many people on this line who are gonna do the same. Esther, I know who's gonna do that. I know Horace is gonna do that. I know Bridget is gonna do that. I know Mark. A number of us are gonna make over $1 million. And the reason is that this trading is compounding. So you could start off with $200 in your trading account, and you could use $200. You could make $200 in a day with $200. That's 100%, right? A number of us have already done that using the system. So we do know that we can make tons of money. There's no question marks about that, right? Just this one trade I showed you earlier. Let's go back to that. Nas, yeah, this is it's Nas, right? This is a US 30, what am I, right?
Do you have like channels where you all jump onto then take these trades, or you're just looking at the indicators and doing it yourself?
Yeah, we have sessions. We do a session every Tuesday morning and Thursday morning at 9 a.m. where master traders use the system on YouTube. So you could join us on Tuesday or Thursday. We call it the move of the day. And they call out the trades and give us an entry point. Yeah. Right? And I can't remember ever on that session, maybe one or so, I can never remember that activated and reversed. That's my memory from what they've called. So everything else that they've been calling what happened.
That will be seen as like some manipulation then in the market.
Meaning by who? By the market movers. So here's how the market works for real. The market movers know where they're going. We don't know. You and I don't know. So the big banks like BlackRock, Vanguard, Bank of America, Citibank, HSBC, they already know what direction they're moving the market in. But you and I do not know. They already plan to make moves with sells and dips or buys and positions that they're doing. But you and I do not know that. What this system does is detect where they're going. And what they generally do is fake us out. So this move here, right here, which this green candle is going up, doesn't this look like a good opportunity to buy? Green, 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 green. Let's just look at it before it's sold off. Can't you see that it went above the last high over here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so anybody who's looking at this with traditional trading, once this gets up here, what are you looking to do? To buy or to sell?
Yeah.
No, come on. Talk to me as a traditional trader. This over here, the market sold down over here like this. Sold down. That was the day before. And then it bought up overnight. And then it came up here and it created a progressive higher high. And it came down low, but it didn't go down below this last low. Do you see that? It created equal lows down here. So this means that there's what? Support down here. Doesn't that what tell us that down here it doesn't want to go below here? And then it started to buy off of here. And when it came up to here, it broke the last high, right? It broke the last high. See? It broke the last high. Even the wicks. Can you see that the wicks went above the high up here? Can you see that?
Yeah.
So a lot of traders would think, no, they're ready to buy the market because this is where they need to get it back to. Because this is where this long impulsion candle here, they need to clean all of this up. So you would expect it to continue to come back up to here where they sold it off from. That's the reasonable normal expectation because it was moving sideways up here, went up and down, they sold it off, they came back, looks like now they're buying it back. And look what happened to people who put in buys. They got clobbered. But the safe to trade system told us that do not go for a buy. What? This is still a sell. Right? And that's how we're able to be protected from the moves that they are doing, which are not really truly going in that direction. That's what it is. That's just the bottom line. Developer calls it BS because that's, but we call it the fake out. So this is a fake move. The up move is the fake move. And you should have been looking at the system and waiting for the sell. And for those of us who have the system, we would have known and avoided that manipulation that they were doing to give us the impression that the market is going to buy when they had no intention of buying the market. It was going to be a sell. Are you getting that? Tony? You got what you got the idea of the manipulation? Because we can't manipulate the market. It's the market movers that make the market. But we, able to avoid them giving us the impression that it's going in a particular direction when they have no intention of moving the market there.
So from the last place where on the chart where it's showing down move, where the arrow is on the top chart. Not really, it's not really gone above that only. Yeah, it would have taken you out where that blue area is, I guess.
Yeah, so coming down here now, here's what we have to do now, going into Monday, because this was Friday, right? So going into Monday now, you need to look at the charts again to see what's happening. So if you go to you start out with your daily, right? And your daily is not really clear. Is it a buy or a sell? Because it's a sideways market on the daily. So we're not sure if they're really trying to buy or they're really trying to sell on the daily. On the 4 hour, it's not clear either, right? It's below the trade line. You could see that, but it's not clear if it's a buy or a sell market. And then if you go down to the 1 hour, then the 1 hour also is not clear, right? It's way off from the trade line here, so it's sold off a lot. You may need to come back up, right? But if you go down to the 30-minute, let's see what's going on. The 30-minute now is starting to show a sell pattern in the 30-minute. We go down to the 15-minute, it's already showing a sell pattern. It just needs to come back up and touch this line and sell off. And you go down to the 5-minute, this is definitely showing a sell pattern. You can see it came up, sold. And then if you go down to the 1 minute, it's already doing some sells on the 1 minute. So as Monday begins, we're going to start to see what's happening on the 1 minute and the 5 minute, and then that's going to start to frame what's going to happen on the 15, the 30, the 1 hour, and so forth. All right, but you get all of that in trade. You're gonna have an understanding of all of that, because I couldn't say anything like that to you months ago. I couldn't say what I just said to you months ago, but I've been using the system now for a while, so I understand it to some extent. All right, but I still have a lot to. But the system is making my life simple, simple and easy to move, to make my moves. Is that clear?
That's apparent.
Apparent. So Tony, for now, the key thing is this system is more than worth the money. This is $600. You're going to spend $600 whether you like it or not on something, right? Okay, depends on where you hang out with your friends. You're probably going to be spending that this coming weekend. So, so buying the technology for $600 is going to be more than worth it. And then like Esther, the first day she used the scanner over here to trade, she made back her $600. The first day she took these, and then she's made as much as $6,500 in a 90-minute time frame. So there are many. Bright in Nigeria, he makes money every day. There's not a day Bright will make money trading. He's having such a great time, right? He's in Nigeria, right? Friend of mine, and many people are doing well with the system now. Many testimonies are emerging, so many people are making money. So thank you for your question, Tony. Anyone else? Anyone else has a question? Let me check the chat. Sarah, I hope it was clear for you. Yes, Tyson, this is a powerful system. No question marks there. No question marks there. The system is amazing. Amazing. Anyone else? Thank you, Tony. You've been so great. Tony, the Godfather from the UK, my Jamaica brother. Go to the UK and turn Godfather from me. All right. I love to have fun. All right, Sarah, was I clear? Sarah, was it clear for you? Hey, Tyson, you better get yours if you know what's good for you. Right? This is me trading. If you can't make money with this trading, what can I say? And in fact, if you're trading and you're not using this, you're making your life very difficult. Very difficult. Because it's very difficult to predict this. Look at this buy and gold. This happened Friday evening. This is Friday evening, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 12 minutes before market closed. 12 minutes before market closed. The system went down, created this, right? This is a buy. You're putting a buy stop here. 12 minutes before the market closed. And look at how many points. How could you predict that, right? How will you capture all of these points? You put in 2 trades. Okay, that's what you do. Every time you see this happen for the first time, you put in 2 trades. You close down 1, Once you get to 2 to 20 pips, you close one, you put the second one, you put your stop loss at entry price, and let it run. So if you had done that Friday evening, you'd have caught this 12-minute trade. And this was one heaven of a run-up that did on gold just before market closed. And it was going sideways like this all afternoon on Friday. Look at that. Without the system, how would you have known this? Try. Right. I don't write your cards. If you caught this one, it means you're really living on the charts. Because I would never be putting in a trade at 4:45 on a Friday evening. No matter what the system said, I would not have put in this trade. Honestly, I knew I wouldn't catch this. Even if I saw it, I would not believe for a minute that they were going to do this on a Friday evening. I wouldn't. But they did. All right. And anybody that thought this is going to sell, they got clobbered. They got clobbered because it looked like it was going to sell out. You see, it was buying up. This was buying up. And then it started to go down a bit. Then it went into the sideways move. And sincerely, I was looking for sales. I was looking for a sell setup. I was like, man, this is going to sell. It's going to sell. And the buck is red. This was turning red. This looks like it was going to sell. And look what they did. They gave us a buy at 12 minutes before the market closed on Friday. Look at what they did. So guys, without the system, man, it's going to be tough. Because if you had the system and you were thinking sells, and you see turn back to a buy, you say, no, I can't sell anymore, right? Let me close and take my winnings, in these little sell positions because the market is not ready to buy it. And did it buy? Jeez. All right. So without this system, man, your corner is dark. Honestly, we're not, in Jamaica, we say we're not telling a lie. Right? If you do not have a safe trade system and you're trying to trade the financial markets, it's tough. It's going to be tough. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. We have a presentation on travel trade on our Xtreamfx line at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And then Miss Bridget Butner will be on with us at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So guys, let's get lined up to do some really great trading this week. It's going to be a wonderful week for those of us who have our system. And let's make a lot of money together. It's going to be really joyful and wonderful what's happening here for us. All right. Awesome. All right, guys. I'll see you on tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern, through Monday through Thursday, and Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern for safety trade, and Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern. Bring some friends and family. Do not be selfish with this information. Please tell other people about us so that they can come and learn about this great information as well. All right. Who invited you today, Tony?
You take your time. Safety trade alert. New safety trade alert.
Yeah, Tony. Who invited you?
New safety trade alert. New safety trade alert.
Yeah, Tony. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Who invited you today? Melissa. Oh, wonderful, Melissa. Melissa from Trinidad and Tobago, who lives in the UK. Great work, Melissa.
Correct.
Great work. My twin sister.
Yes.
All right. No problem. All right. Wonderful stuff, Tony. Let's go. Let's make some money together, bro. All right. All right, and bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Good night.